Most welcome to Historiespanarna, History Reconnaissance. This is the Phantom Regiment, the US Marine Corps hunting the elusive 1st Viet Cong Regiment, Ba in Operation Piranha, September 1965. And please, like, share and subscribe, it means a lot to us. It's the early morning of September 7th, 1965, and the US Marine Corps is launching an amphibious landing on the Batangan Peninsula in South Vietnam. The plan of operations for Pirahna was a battalion landing team to land across White Beach, north of the peninsula, and push south, while another battalion would be helicoptered in to set up blocking positions 4 kilometers inland. Another battalion would remain available as a floating reserve. Army of the Republic of Vietnam, Army forces, would be helicoptered into the south to clear and search the An Key Peninsula. The enemy force getting all this attention was the 1st Viet Cong Regiment, also called the Ba Regiment, formed in February 1962, initially with 3 infantry battalions and 1 artillery battalion. The 1st Viet Cong Regiment conducted its first regimental size offensive on April 19, 1965, destroying a company of South Vietnamese troops. 4 months later, the 1st Viet Cong Regiment suffered heavy casualties, losing 30% of its strength during Operation Starlight, being caught between a heliborne US battalion and a sea landing. The following month, aerial reconnaissance had detected new fortifications south of the Starlight battlefield, and what it assessed to be the remnants of the 1st Viet Cong that was still in the area. Now, the method of encirclement was used again in Operation Piranha. It's 06:30, September 7th, and the 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, are coming ashore on White Beach. Operation Piranha has begun, a 4-day search and destroy mission, part of an operation by combined US and Vietnamese forces against the suspected stronghold of 2,000 Viet Cong soldiers, the twin peninsulas of Batangan and An Key. This type of operation, an amphibious assault, was very familiar to the Marines and perfected during the Pacific campaigns of World War II. Even before the 1st Battalion had landed, the 3rd Battalion, 7th Marines, were assembling and taking off from a hastily constructed helipad near Chow Lai. They were airlifted by 3 squadrons of helicopters to landing zone Oak, a strip of elevated ground between Batangan and An Key. They were to act as a blocking force to the retreating Viet Cong as the 1st Battalion began its push from the beach. When the landing of the first wave was complete, 16 choppers broke away to begin the helilift of the 2 Vietnamese battalions to landing zone Pine and Birch. By 09:45, all the landings were completed. Marine attack jets were on hot pad alert at Chu Lai. A section of jets standing armed and ready to scramble, engines running and with pilots in the cockpits, waiting for a platoon leader's call for an airstrike, armed with 20mm cannons, bombs or bullpup missiles. For the first time in Marine Corps history, the Direct Air Support Center, DASC, was not aboard a communication ship offshore. Request for airstrikes from ground forces was monitored and assigned to strike aircraft from a Hercules circling above the battlefield at 18,000 feet. Stranglehold across the bases of the Batangan and Anke peninsulas now stretch for a full 8 miles. By late morning, the advanced marine patrols had moved in from the beach, heading for their first objectives. Others formed up ready to follow. Civilians were gathered for transportation behind the Marine lines. The Marines stopped small groups passing by and asked the same question over and over again. Where are the Viet Cong? The answer that came back was always the same. They are gone. They left when you came. The expected Viet Cong resistance at the beaches had never materialized. And even further inland, only scattered sniper fire broke the calm. No big contact was in sight. The conclusion at the time was that this was the penalty the Marines had to pay due to their overwhelming military might, and that the next time the Viet Cong regiment would be finally defeated. Not that the overall strategy was failing. Most of the Viet Cong had left the area. Only a few remained in caves and underground hideouts. Some were taken prisoners, others killed by explosives or managed to escape. The 1st Viet Cong regiment lived to fight another day. In fact, it fought for 10 more years until the final 1975 communist offensive that ended the conflict. Throughout 1966-67, ARVN, Marine, US Army and South Korean troops repeatedly pursued and engaged the 1st Viet Cong regiment. In February 1966, a major combined operation, Double Eagle II, located but failed to destroy this ghostly formation. They suffered catastrophic losses. 1965, 1,340 confirmed dead in operations Starlight, Piranha and following battles. 1966, another 750 dead or taken prisoner. The following year was worse, with 1,500 killed or captured. These figures represent losses of 67%, 38% and 76%. And still, these numbers do not include wounded.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.